Hey ladies, it's Brittany. Um, Glad to be back. I just had surgery with Dr. Hasan in Miami on February 16th. So right now I'm 4 days post-op, and this is a video to show you all my results. If any of you ladies are interested in going to Dr. Hasan, this would be a great video for you to know more about him and the whole process. Also, if you just want a Brazilian butt lift in general, it'll just give you more information. This is my story, so if yours is different, that's you. This is just me, and I'm sharing my experience to help other ladies throughout their journey. I will say, if you have anything negative to say, please go elsewhere. I really don't have time for that. These videos are really just to help other ladies out. Yeah, so I'm 4 days post-op with Dr. Hasan. This is going to be like a little clip, and I'll show you my results. So I hope you enjoy. Please like, subscribe my video, just so I know you all like the video and so I can continue doing more for you ladies. My real self account is New Booty 2017, and my Instagram is MS Beauty Boss. That's Miss Beauty Boss. So follow me on Instagram, follow me on Real Self, and you ladies have a great day. I hope you enjoy. Miami.
In 18 miles, take exit 1B to merge onto SLA 26 South toward Miami International Airport.
I'm gonna take a picture.
We're here.
You want me to put you out, Brittany, and I go park so you can go in?
All right, ladies. So this is my faja. I got it today. I was supposed to go to medical massage professionals, but they didn't have any, so they recommended me to this place. My faja was $82 and some change, and this was it. It's the Diane. Oh shoot, the Diane Potier 2393. And usually I wear a size smaller, medium, but Aries recommended that I get a size large, so that's what I got. And that is it. And this is the back. So it has this hole. It doesn't have a zipper, and it's stretchy. Alright ladies, this is Hasan Surgery Center. That's what it looks like. I don't think anyone showed what it looks like. The front is over there, but this is the side parking that I'm in right now, and I'm about to go up. Alright, so I'm basically going to show you all my results really quick, and then I will talk after that. Alright. So, these are my results after. And I will lift this up. This is my stomach. He did do 3 incisions, 1, 2, and 3. I did have a C-section, so he did put an incision right there, which I'm happy about, since it's on that. This right here is my drain, which I'll show you in a little bit, but these are my results. And I will turn, And once again, I am 4 days post-op. Sorry. Ah, hold on to something. But these are my results. I'm in love with my results. I did have a stomach at first, and you can see some of my stretch marks. But he basically gave me hips. My stomach is super swollen right now, if you can like see that. And I'm only 4 days post-op right now, so it's gonna go down a lot. I do have this right here because it's a marble, and I will take that off in a little bit. It's basically just to keep the form of your belly button. This is going to be the drain that you'll get connected, which is right here. And this drain, you basically take it. There's a little knob right here that you open it up. You'll pour all the fluid out. Once you finish pouring the fluid out, you'll fold it up, put this cap back on, and then let it go. And it'll need to stay below your incision. So once again, these are my results. My butt is still hard. It's super hard. Like, you can see. But Hasan did a really good job. And my stomach is going to go down. You can see the fluid still in my stomach. If you can see that, like, rolling, that's fluid. So, all right. So, I'm super excited about my results, ladies. He did a really good job. Let me get my paper so I can just tell you everything that basically happened. And the easiest thing for you to do after surgery is to keep a list of everything that you need to get done so you don't miss anything. The whole process goes by so fast that it's really hard to just, keep up with everything. So, basically, I had surgery with Dr. Anthony Hasan on February 16th. On Wednesday the 15th, I left to Miami at 6 a.m. in the morning. Mind you, I do stay close. I stay 4 hours away in Tampa. So, I got to Aries at about 10 a.m. and I did show that in the previous video. I did have my pre-ops. So when you walk into Aries, you'll park, walk in, go up to the front desk, and you basically say you're here for your pre-ops. They will ask for your ID. They'll make sure you paid. They'll print out a receipt of all of your payments that you made, or if you paid in full, whatever the case is. And they will go ahead and tell you to pay for your drug test. Now, your drug test is $25. You have to pay that up front and there. Then you will go to the back. They will have you wait and sign your paperwork. It was really fast. Like, I really got there at 10:15 and I left at 12. It seems like a long time, but the whole process I was doing something. They do have a waiting room in the front, which I did show you guys. They also have a waiting room in the back. I did see another Hasan lady in there. She looked awesome. She just had lipo. And there was some Fisher dolls as well. But when you go in the back, they'll call you about 3 or 4 different times. One time you have to go in the back, take off all your clothes. They take before pictures. The next time they call you back, you're going to be signing all your paperwork. The next time that they will call you back, they basically, you talk to like a a nurse, and she basically just asks you simple questions just to make sure you're okay for surgery and everything. They will ask you about your faja, if you have one, about your massages as well. So all of that I already had ready. So after that, I was pretty much ready to go. They said that they will call me no later than 6 o'clock p.m. That day to let me know my surgery time. So after that, I did go and get my faja. I called medical massage professionals. I called them to ask if they had the fajas because I really wanted one from them. Unfortunately, they didn't have one from them, so I was referred to another place, which I went and got my faja. And I showed that in the video as well. I got this one. It's the Diane, let's see, Paudier. And I got that in a medium at first. Then someone from Aries called me, asked if I got my faja. They just wanted to make sure, and I told them what size I got. She said that a medium is way too small. Go back and get a large or extra large. So, unfortunately, I had to go back and get a large, and that fits me perfect. So, after that, I went to get food. Basically, I got Gatorades. I got these, which are really good. If you don't like eating pineapple, just get this pineapple juice. It really made me feel a lot better after surgery. You can get those from Publix or Walmart. They give you like a pack of 6 for like $3. Then I went and checked into my hotel. So I stayed at Extended Stay America. I stayed at, it was a different location. It was the one in Terrace, Miami. It was 16 minutes away from Dr. Hasan's office and 13 minutes away from Aries. So it was super convenient. It had a kitchen in there. I bought my food. My mom cooked for me. It was super convenient, super easy. We asked to stay on the first floor. What I did, if you go and try to look up that hotel, it basically says that it's like $150 something a night if you're worried about, like how much it may cost. What I did is I went on Priceline and I looked in the area, and basically it said like a 2.5-star hotel that had breakfast and everything like that, and I bought it. It doesn't tell you the location or anything, but that happened to be the one that was chosen for me, and it was only $100 a night, so that was perfect. It saved me time. After about 4:30 in the afternoon on the 15th, when I first got to Miami, I didn't receive a call from Aries yet, so I started to get worried. I called them and I spoke with my coordinator, Johanna. She did say that she had my surgery time and it was 6:30 a.m. So I know when I talked to a doll in Aries that same day, she said her surgery was 5:30 a.m. So I asked her, what's going on? Why am I, if there's a 5:30, why am I 6:30? If surgery only takes takes about 3 to 4 hours. She basically said I was the only one for the day. There was another girl that was supposed to go to surgery, but she ended up not being able to go, which I was super excited about because I was the only one there. So that was that day. That was the 15th. Now, the day of surgery, and I did show you Dr. Hasan's office. It's super easy to find. Basically, I got there. My surgical time was 6:30. Now, I know it says in the pre-op instructions to be to surgery 2 hours ahead of time. You do not need to do that. You need to be there at the exact time Aries tell you. The lady who went to Dr. Hasan, when her surgery was 5:30, the day before mine, she said she got there at 3:30. There was nobody there. So I'm happy she let me know that because I was going to be one of those people that was 2 hours early. Whatever time Aries gives you, that's the time you need to be there. I got there at about 6:15. I waited in the parking lot until 6:20, and then I walked to the door. My mom and I walked to the door at about 6:20. There was nobody there. I closed my eyes and I prayed, Lord, please let somebody come here. Literally about 15 minutes later at 6:35, a nurse walked up and she was like, she had the Aries uniform on and she asked, are you getting surgery today? I basically said yes. And she said, okay, she called a guy who I guess was inside because the door is locked. So don't get alarmed if you are there early. You might just have to wait up front. And he basically let us in. The office is super nice. It's literally like a mini hospital. It was a guy and a lady. So he called me back. He did my drug test, which I already paid for the day before. He did my drug test, and he didn't take my weight. He just asked what my weight was and asked what my height was. He said Dr. Hasan did have an appointment at 6 o'clock that morning, so he should be in as soon as possible. Literally like 20 minutes later, he gave me my compression socks. So if you bought compression socks, you really don't need it. They do give them to you. They provide the compression socks, the blue hat. They give you the little socks to put on, like that matches the blue hat. And then they give you a gown, which you'll get completely naked, and then they'll give you a thing to put your belongings. So as far as your app board, your lipofoams, you don't need any of that the day of surgery. Really, only you pretty much need to bring yourself, and that's about it. I did wear like pajamas. I wore like a button-up pajama shirt, which was made it super easy for them to put on, and then some really loose-fitting pants and some slides. So basically, about I probably just from getting there at 6:30, going in there taking my drug test, he said that was fine. He had me sign a few more papers for paperwork and everything like that. And then once I put all my stuff on, literally 10 minutes later, Dr. Hasan was there. Him and his nurse came in the office. He was super cool. When I tell you Dr. Hasan is so nice. My mom was in the back with me, which I was kind of nervous because I'm like, I don't want to tell these people I want a super big booty and a really small waist, and my mom's in there, but she's super cool. Dr. Hasan basically, he asked me a few questions, general questions, what previous surgeries have I had, which I did have a C-section from having my daughter, and I also had ACL and meniscus knee surgery, and he said, okay, that's fine. He asked my height and weight. He looked at me and he basically said, I'm the perfect candidate. I was 144 pounds and I am 5'3". I did pay for arm lipo and a BBL, and I did let him know that because usually it comes with 12 areas of lipo, and he said, I see you have 14. I told him about my arms, that I didn't like my arms. He basically said, honestly, you really won't see a difference with your arms. I don't have that much fat to really even tell. And he really said, it's up to you. We can do it, but this is what I think. I did not show him not one picture of what I want to look like. I didn't tell him anything. He basically looked at my body from the front, the side, and the back. He also took pictures as well, before pictures. And he said, this is what you need to do. We need to take this off here, add this in here. So I did get the 14 areas of lipo that I paid for. He turned me around. He even made a joke about my back tattoo that you all seen before. And he was like, that's nice. Let me see that again. He was laughing, joking around. He was explaining things to my mom. He was like super cool. Like, it's just crazy how on Real Self, you really don't know how he is because he doesn't have an Instagram. He doesn't have all that. But when I tell you, he is like the coolest doctor. Like, he is so funny. He knows exactly what you want because you're there. He basically looked at my body and he was like, this is what you need to do. He started marking me up and everything. I was sweating. I never sweat. And he basically was, just telling me what I need to do. Now, my butt, I really didn't have hips like that. So he said, like, the 2 areas of lipo that I paid for my arms, he was going to use that to take fat out of my butt first and then kind of reconstruct that area. because he said it was, genetics. So after I spoke with Dr. Hasan, which was super nice, and I would recommend him to anybody because he knows what he's talking about. And, you seen my results just now, and I didn't ask him, I didn't tell him I want a small waist. I didn't tell him I wanted, hips. I didn't show him any pictures. He did this by himself. I literally trusted him. And this is why I feel like it's very important to trust the doctor that you go with. Like, I trusted him from the very beginning. Like, I don't think I need to show him pictures, and I didn't have to. And he gave me super, good results that are only going to get better. Like, my waist is super swollen right now. It's going to get smaller. My butt's going to drop, and I feel like it's going to be perfect. So basically, after talking with Dr. Hasan, the nurse said, let's go to surgery. I'm like, oh God, this is quick. So I walked back to the OR. She basically had me put my arms out. She rubbed like the cleansing stuff, like the brown cleansing stuff that they use for surgery. She rubbed that all on my back and told me to lay down. I lay down on the table, and the anesthesiologist, he was there, and he asked me a couple questions about what surgery, have I had any problems with anesthesia, and I told him no. He basically put the IV in me, which was painless. It really did not hurt. He did a really good job with that, because I had some people that had trouble with the IVs. Usually he likes to put it here on your hand, but he ended up putting it on my arm because I have a really big vein there, and it just made it easier for him. So he said, let me start you off slow. Literally 30 seconds, not even after he said that, I was out. My mom did tell me that I woke up out of surgery about 3.5 hours it took for the surgery, and then I woke up an hour and a half later from the anesthesia. So total, it took about 5 hours for surgery. Throughout the whole process. My mom said that Dr. Hasan, she was in the waiting room. Dr. Hasan came out there, showed her my before pictures, and then showed her my after pictures. And she said it looked like I had two basketballs on me, and she said he did a really good job. And he talked to her for like 20 minutes while I was still in recovery. So that just shows you that, he's super nice. My mom was like, I really like him. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to come out and talk to my mom. He didn't have to show her pictures. She didn't ask for that. He just went out and did it. I was the only patient of the day, so I'm super happy that happened. After I woke up, I will tell you that waking up out of surgery is the most scariest part of everything that has happened throughout this whole time. When I woke up, I was shaking like I was having a seizure. I closed my eyes and I said, please, I hope everything's okay. And I literally prayed, which, it was super scary. I was shaking really bad. The nurse was right there. She was like, it's okay, just calm down. This is normal. It's the anesthesia. Basically just, telling me that it's normal. She asked that I want water. She gave me water, and I was just laying on my stomach. I told her, I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. So she got me up, sat me in the wheelchair, and she took me to the bathroom. When I got in the bathroom, I said, I don't have to go anymore. I think I was just super nervous, and I was scared from shaking like that because, I had a C-section and I had knee surgery. So I've been under anesthesia before, and I never woke up like that. And I think it's just the surgery gives you a shock on your whole body. That is completely different from birth. It's completely different from like anything else that I have experienced. But that was the worst part and the most scariest. And I basically just pray like, thank God I'm alive and all of that. They called my mom, which she was already out in the waiting room. When they called her, she brought her car around the side of the building, and they took me out on the wheelchair. Her car, she has like an SUV, so she put the seats down, and I basically got through the back, and I laid down. The ride to the hotel, which was only 16 minutes away was hell. It hurt like hell on every bump. Everything, it hurt so bad. And Dr. Hasan, he doesn't prescribe you your medication until once before your surgery. So the day before, you can't get your medication like some other doctors may do. You have to get it the day of your surgery after he consults and speaks with you. So I wasn't able to just pop, a pill and then I was fine. I was in so much pain after getting to the hotel, and I basically just got there and just wanted to lay down, and I laid on my stomach. I really didn't feel like talking to anybody. Everybody was calling me. I said I don't want to talk to anybody. About 3 to 4 hours later, I think about an hour into being at the hotel, I took 3 Advil. First off, because my dad, he said just take 3 Advil, it won't constipate you, which is a major problem after surgery. A lot of girls don't have a bowel movement until 10 to 12 days after surgery. And I remember after having a child, I was the same way, and it was terrible, and I never want to go through that again. So I did what my dad said. I took 3 Advil, and that was it. I pretty much was just super sore. After those first 3 or 4 hours, I was drinking juice. And remember, get these, which help a lot. The pineapple juice. I had a Gatorade, which I drank the whole thing. I had crackers. Try not to get anything with salt because it does retain water. I ate the crackers. I had pineapples and the pineapple juice, Gatorade, and strawberries. After drinking all of that, really healthy food, after the 3 or 4 hour mark, I felt fine. Like, the Advil kicked in. My body wasn't in shock. I wasn't shaking. I was getting up, walking around. I did have my urinal. And I will tell you, this thing is going to be your best friend. My faja, which you seen in the video, had the hole in the crotch. So I basically got out the bed, put the urinal on, peed. I had my little wipes. These wipes, I wiped myself and laid back down. And then probably every hour I got up and walked around. Oh, shoot. Walked around for about 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure I didn't get blood clots. But yeah, that's the worst part. After that, I was pretty much fine. Let me get my paper. So it really wasn't that bad. The next day, well, I will say, my mom, she did go and get my medication. I didn't want to take that. I didn't take any more Advil the rest of the night until the end, the middle of the night when I woke up in pain. And I didn't even take any sleeping pills, which I forgot about. But I knew I had to wake up anyway to walk around to not get blood clots, so I was fine with that. Yeah, so that was it. You will get prescribed 3 things. One was a pain pill. It's in the Percocet family. I don't remember the name of it. You'll get prescribed that. You will also get prescribed these, which is it's an antibiotic. And I just wasn't thinking about it to take it until my dad called and asked about it. This is what it looks like. And you need to take this every 8 hours. So the second day I started doing that. And then when I felt needed, I would just take 3 Advil. So the next day in the morning, I had a bowel movement, which I was super excited about. I took my faja off. You know how you're supposed to sit on the toilet the round way? I sat on the toilet the opposite way so it really wouldn't mess up my butt, and my butt really wasn't sitting on the toilet. That helped a lot, and I just kind of leaned over and held the tub. So the next day I went to medical massage professional. Oh, no, I went to Aries. You have to go back to Aries for a follow-up appointment. Basically what they'll do is you'll take your faja off. They will put these pads on you, and then they'll zip you back up, and that's pretty much it. You really don't have to do anything else. They tell you need to come back in a week to get your drains removed. And that was pretty much it. After that appointment, I went to medical massage professionals. My appointment was at 1 p.m. I only got 2 massages. I had one Friday and one Saturday after surgery, and then I went back home. When I say medical massage professionals are like the bomb.com. Marion, she is super nice. The other lady, I didn't get her name, but they are super nice. They have tea there. Unfortunately, they didn't have the fajas, which was fine. They help you take your faja off. They help you put your faja on. My first massage, I will say, after standing there, when she started to proceed to do the front of my stomach, I did get nauseous and like a little dizzy, which will happen after surgery if you stand too long. So make sure you try to move around as much. But she was just giving me so much information. And she does do like a full body massage. So basically you'll go in, you'll undress. They will help you if you need to do so. You'll lay down. She'll start all the way from your feet and work all the way up, because sometimes fluid goes to the rest of your body. She'll even do your face. She'll do your arms, your back, everything like that. I will say your sides are the most tender, and that it doesn't really hurt, but it's kind of, you do feel it a little bit. So that was that. Saturday, we ended up checking out of our hotel at 10, and I went back to medical massage professionals. And once again, they were super nice. Marion, she's super funny. And I recommend her. Y'all look them up on Instagram and let her know Brittany recommended you. Yeah, but she was super nice. It was a really good experience. She explained things. And she was just really informative, and she knew what she was doing. She had like so many plaques of, certifications of massages and everything like that. So definitely book through them. I know you have to email them to book your appointment, and do it ahead of time. They are super convenient if you need to, reschedule your appointment because your surgery time changed. But yeah, I really do recommend them. And then basically I went back home. I went home after that massage. It wasn't too bad. It was a 4-hour drive. I laid on my stomach. We made one stop after probably about 2 hours of driving, where I walked around, went to the bathroom, emptied my drain. And that was pretty much it. Now at home, I pretty much feel fine. I can do a lot of stuff on my own. Now, I would say after about the second or third day, I can put my faja on by myself. You'll basically use your foams, and then I have this back pad to put on my back. I haven't used my ab board yet. My stomach is going down a lot from just using the lipo foams. I don't think I'm going to use my ab board until maybe like next week, or until I put my drain out. About the drain is really the drain is really like aggravating to me now. I did find someone in Tampa that could take it out for me, and they're going to charge me $150 to take the drain out and the stitches, because I really don't feel like going or driving, or either, going back to Miami. What I use for my incisions would be this, and I got this off of Amazon for I think $13. This is an Advil, which is regular Advil that I take. I use this for my marbles. And then the marble, Marion gave me one. She was like, do you have a marble for your belly button? I'm like, no. And she gave me one. So she is super sweet and super nice. These. The sad thing about it is, if you see my previous video of supplies, I didn't use any of my supplies. Like, you really don't need any of it. All you need is your antibiotics, You need a pain medicine, which I just did 3 Advil. You need these because after surgery, this is what they put in you. They don't put the lipofoams until about 24 hours after your surgery. And if you go to medical massage professionals, they will help you do that the first time you do it, which they did for me. You will need arnica tea. This has helped like early in the morning. Usually I'll drink arnica tea probably like 2 times throughout the day, and it's supposed to help. It makes you feel better. It feels, it's really healthy. I try not to put a lot of sugar in it. And then I drink the pineapple juice and Gatorade. So, and just like a lot of fruits. My stomach has really died down a lot. Trying to think what else. So basically your faja, the arnica tea, you need your lipofoams, the back padding, you need your urinal. That's like the most important, I would say. Your antibiotics, make sure you take those so you don't get any infections. But basically my whole experience was it was really good. This video is like super long, but I just wanted to be really informative. Trying to think what else. I think that's pretty much it. Look for me on Real Self. Once again, my name is on there is New Booty 2017. I try to get on there and to give updates and stuff. So I'll probably after this video do an update on there as well. And my Instagram is Miss Beauty Boss. That's MS Beauty Boss. So follow me on that, like my video, subscribe. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I try to be as informative as possible. As far as Aries, I know in the last video I did say I have a lot to say about them. I will say that the coordinators are terrible. The whole payment process, everything like that is terrible. As far as that, it's very stressful for them to even treat ladies like this that's getting such a big procedure done. But when I went down to Miami, Aries was awesome. Like, they were so informative. At the Aries Plastic Surgery Center, as well as Dr. Hasan's staff was great. They were super nice. You wouldn't even think it's the same people. I don't know who they have over the phone. I was super upset how uninformative my coordinators were, and as far as I didn't get phone calls back and everything like that. But when I went down to Miami, it was a completely different story. The ladies in there were super nice. They asked you like, hey, have you been helped? Dr. Hasan's staff was super nice, and I would recommend him to anybody. I know he's not gonna be doing surgeries in March, April, and May, but he is definitely worth the wait. I will say he is super nice. If you all want to go to him, I would definitely recommend him. Let him know Brittany sent you, or whatever the case like that. But I will recommend Aries and Dr. Hasan. They are super good. And my whole experience from getting to Miami till now has been awesome. Before that, it was a little rough. So the whole thing was worth it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will do probably like a 2-week update, and then a 3-week, then a 6-week update. So stay tuned, like, subscribe my video, and follow me, just to let me know that you're interested in these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye.